modding! Hi guys, it's Pure Gamer, and today we're going to be doing another GTA 5 modding video. Now today we're going to do Lspdfr. I'm going to show you how to install Lspdfr. Last video I showed you how to use the trainer. I always feel like having the trainer just makes things a lot easier before doing any other modding thing, before getting Lspdfr, before getting everything else. Get your trainer first and show you how to use the simple things. If you can do the simple things, we can then work our way up. So the next simple thing is to get Lspdfr. Now, to do that, you just type in Lspdfr and it will take you to the Lspdfr site. As you can see, the homepage. Before doing any other modding thing, before getting Lspdfr, before getting everything else, get your trainer first and show you how to use the simple things. If you can do the simple things, we can then work our way up. So the next simple thing is to get Lspdfr. Now, to do that, you just type in Lspdfr. Newer version most likely by then, but 0.47 is what we have now. So what you want to do is you want to scroll down to As you can see, all the photos and things like that are here. It's all very cool. Shows you all the little cool things that you're going to have, and I'm going to show you how to use everything in Lspdfr in this video. But first of all, we've got to install it. So this is everything that it'll tell you what's in it. So you want to go over to the right and click download this file. It's always below an advert, obviously. You want to scroll down. This is all the information you might want to read in your own time. If you want to read through it when you go to install it, that's up to you. So now you can do the manual installation, but I'm all about making it easy for myself and everyone else. Why make it harder on yourself? Why go through the pain and manual installing the whole thing when all you have to do is click download and it will download Lspdfr for you. Then all you do is click on it and it installs the game for you. Lspdfr itself will be installed and then you win. It's a win-win situation there. You can't go wrong really. Your Lspdfr is installed. There's no issues whatsoever. You ready? This is how easy it is. So, I've literally just installed Lspdfr. I've got millions of lovely little advertisements, as you can see. So, here you go. Lspdfr is now going to be loading up in the background. And then you'll get a little thing up. Would you like... Okay, let's read it. Do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes? Always click yes. It's Lspdfr. There's nothing wrong. Okay, now what will happen is it'll load. Again, as I said in the last video, please ignore all this. These, my thumbnails and games, things like that. Maybe you'll see some of these games in the future. So, what you do is you click the language that you want. You have English, French, and German. I have English, okay. Oh, I am English, so there we go. Welcome to Lspdfr, and click next. Okay, this is all information. Again, if you want to read through it, feel free to read through it. Okay, so what I do is I would obviously make sure what is meant to be ticked is ticked. Then you click next, and then what you're going to do is if you have GTA 5, it'll automatically put it in this box for you. So what you do is you click install, and there you go. All the information is installing for you. Again, how easy could it be? It's loading up. There you go. See, it's doing it all for me. All these things you'd have to do yourself, it does it for you. Couldn't be any more simpler. Probably should have done this first because this is even more simple than the last video we did. Actually, no, it's probably a lie. The last one was just drag and drop. So, there you go. Finish. Now something else will load up. There you go. As you can see, this is the configuration. We'll guide you through the initial setup. So what you want to do is you want to click next. And then what you're going to do is you want to click, yeah, I want to show the licenses. And again, any of this information you want to read, when you install it, feel free to read it. Don't feel like you have to just ignore it like I do. I know exactly everything that's being said here. It's fine. Use it at your own risk. Basically, if this crashes your game or your PC or anything, you're at your own risk because you're installing it. Now, change settings. We recommend disabling the version text rendering and setting all plugins to load on startup. Now, sometimes we will get into this in future videos. You will have issues loading plugins from the startup. and you will have to load them up by yourself. Like sometimes I will load Lspdfr on my GTA 5 British Police mods by myself because the game loads quicker, and sometimes the game won't load unless I do it that way. So for the first time ever, all you need to do is click do it for me, because there's no need not to, because you've not got anything on your game, so just click do it for me. Now, if you want to play Lspdfr, you have to have Rage plugin hook. So, we go Rage plugin hook. There you go, it's my top one, and there you go, it's the top one there. Now obviously, if there's ever an issue with Rage plugin hook, it'll tell you, when you first load up Rage, it'll say there is a new update, or this version is not compatible, you need to update. Now sometimes Rage plugin hook, when a GTA 5 update comes out, the Rage plugin hook you don't have, or you have, is not allowing it to work anymore. So you have to wait for these guys to make a new version of Rage plugin hook, and it may take a week or a month or something. They are normally quick at it, but sometimes it can take a while. So you just have to wait, unfortunately. And I will explain all this in later videos. There's no need to worry. Just worry about the things that we're doing today, like the installation. But I want to also at least mention the things. Now, as always, you want to look for the README. I'm sure there's a README here. We're going to licenses. Is there a README? Am I wrong? Ah, there's the README. Okay. So I know what to do, but I'm going to make sure you guys know always to open the README. It's just easier. So, put everything in the game folder that is your directory. So it's called game folder or directory, except SKD and licenses folder. So, we get rid of the licenses folder. We can delete that files. There we go. And then the SKD, we'll get rid of that. We'll delete them files. And then what you can do is all you do is you load that up, grab them, and you take it with you and you drag and drop in here. Now we'll want to replace some files, but that's perfectly fine. So there you go, and if we go here, you have your Rage plugin hook. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to open Rage plugin hook. So we'll go off that for a minute, and all you'll do is you'll load Rage plugin hook. Simple as that. You just double click on it and it'll load up. Now it'll come up with this because it's your first time ever loading it up. And all you do is you accept, and it's basically setting up your first time installation. Now as you can see, Rage plugin hook can back up your current game version, so you can revert it in case of a new version breaks. Now this is what I was talking about. If you get a new version of the game, you can revert your game back, and there's no issue there. So always revert it when you're given the option to, because you never know. The next GTA 5 update could be a week away, and you don't know. No one knows. Then it comes out. Oh no, I can't access my Lspdfr. Oh, I can't mod. Yes, you can. Revert your game. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So, it'll take a minute or so. So, there you go. This is the menu back. And there's no issue there. So, always revert it when you're given the option to. Because you never know. The next GTA 5 update could be a week away. And you don't know. No one knows. Then it comes out. Oh no, I can't access my Lspdfr. Oh, I can't mod. Yes, you can. Revert your game. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So it'll take a minute or so. So there you go. This is the menu back, and there's no issue there. So always revert it when you're given the option to, because you never know. The next GTA 5 update could be a week away, and you don't know. No one knows. Then it comes out. Oh no, I can't access my Lspdfr. Oh, I can't mod. Yes, you can. Revert your game, and I'll show you how. And you'll load Lspdfr up on the game that I will show you how to do in a little bit. So, your game settings, this is what you do. You revert your game, and then obviously you would just verify game cache and revert game, activate, and all that is there. Now, we'll go off that for a second, because basically if you want to ever access that menu, what you want to do is you want to press shift, and you want to keep down shift and double click on Rage plugin. Now keep hold down on shift. Don't let go of shift until you see this menu here. There you go. And boom. So, it's your first time ever been on Rage plugin menu. Plugin. That's a weird one, isn't it? So you do. You just save and launch, and there you go. You're away. Now, every time you now play Rage plugin, every time you now try and play Rage, you just double click on that and it'll load this up, and it'll load all this up. and basically it will load the game up. So I'll join back when it's actually loaded the game up. So, as you can see just then, the game loads and then Rage plugin goes to the side, but it says enjoy. That means your Rage plugin has now just gone into your GTA V. Now, if you ever want to get rid of this white little bar, as you can see I've got, you press Alt and Enter, and there you go, you're in. Now, I'm showing you this bit and not the full game loading yet, because there's obviously, I want to show you the white bar and the Rage plugin enjoy, but also, most of the time, what you're about to see will happen. Now, sometimes it doesn't always happen. In fact, it hasn't happened for me. Sometimes what will happen is, when you start adding more plugins, it'll come up on your screen what plugins you're installing, like EUP and things like that, Lspdfr, and it'll show you. Now, it's very useful when that does load, because then you know what it's actually loading at that time of the crash, but a crash report will come in. Now again, you don't need to know any of this because your game isn't going to crash yet, unless you've done something really, really weird in loading up Lspdfr. So, what we'll do is we'll join back the minute we're on the game. Okay guys, so we've loaded. Now Lspdfr has worked, and how do you know I know that? Press F4, that is your Rage plugin menu. Lspdfr is in the game because it's told me. Now what I need to do is I need to go. Hang on, let me go on the trainer. We're using previous knowledge from the last video. I'm going to go on that. I'm going to go that. And then you're going to go there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to one of these police stations there. Either one. So we'll go to the one that's right around the corner. And I'll show you exactly what to do. Now, because it's your first time loading Lspdfr up, you can't go on duty by forcing duty. Now, normally, you've loaded Lspdfr up, you would normally go force duty and just press enter. Now you can't do that on your first ever load of Lspdfr. You have to go and create your character, because basically the newer versions of Lspdfr now, you have a character that has an apartment. If you put a vehicle outside the house and save it, that is their personal vehicle of your character. So you can have your own little car and things like that. So if you get mods of real cars and that, you can have your own real car. Be very cool and realistic. So, I'm going to load in. I'm going to go in. Okay, so here we go. It's all very simple, isn't it? I hope that everyone's keeping up and I'm not flying through things too quick. I hope not. Okay, what you want to do, just load on. You want to go on duty. So, here you go. You need to create an Lspdfr character. Here you go. Now you can change this character at any time. You can change the character itself to male, female, or you can change the character completely to a brand new character, or you can edit the character at any time. So, here we go. So, let's say you want to be male, and we're not going to create a character, but this is how you would do it. You would change the information on here. As you can see, just change that. You have all your appearance information. Basically, I'm just trying to show you how to get everything working. And then obviously what you do, click save and continue, and then you create the name. And obviously everyone knows my famous name is Dave Walker, of the creature that attacks you in the horror game that I play. And what I've just done, as you'll see in a second, is I've done the first thing that everyone seems to do, is instead of clicking enter and enter, I've clicked on Dave Walker and now I click enter. You want to make sure it says use and then click enter. So, as I was saying then, my favourite, I can't remember what the horror game is now. It was my favourite horror game for a while. I was recording it. I'm sure you'll find it if you go on YouTube. So, obviously you have your police locker here. You can change your outfits and very cool things like that. You know, obviously you can change through your agencies. All very cool. And then obviously you can access your police garage lockers. And obviously here you can access all the cars. Now obviously, if you have a trainer, then you can just use the GTA 5 trainer and force duty. Instead of going to a police station every time, you can literally just, wherever you're standing when you spawn, force duty, and then literally just spawn your car. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to do that in a second. So, because we're showing you how to do the basic startups and we've crashed already, I'm also going to show you how to use this menu to force duty. So, we're going to go forced duty, and I think this should take us off duty. There you go, so we're now off duty. So, you load up Lspdfr for not the first time, it has to be a second time or another time. You load up Lspdfr, you press F4 to get the Rage plugin menu, and you click forced duty. Now if you press tab, it brings it up for you. You press enter, and there you go, you're on duty. That's how easy it is. Now, if you press F4 again, and you click go to, and again, if you press tab, it does it for you, and press enter, you go to PD, you press escape to get off the menu, and there you go, we're at the main PD. Very easy and simple. Now, what I'm going to show you is how to get up the menus for Lspdfr, because obviously we're on Lspdfr now and we're on duty. So, if you're on controller, you keep hold it back, and this is your interactive menu. Obviously you have all your little GPSs, then you have your radio. If you click on that, you can obviously change the action to shoulder, chest, earpiece and radio. Now obviously when you're wearing proper police clothes, you will have like a radio there maybe, or a radio there. Or if you don't, you can just have a handheld one. That's pretty cool. Now if you put yourself available for calls, you then click request a call, and then you have to use your keyboard for this. You can't use your controller to accept a call. You have to press Y, and there you go, you're on the call. Now, if you arrest someone, you can get their records. So you might want to go and check someone's car actually. Let's go and see. Can we get a car? Where is there a car? Let's go and find a car that's pulled over. Excuse me, get out of your car.
This is it.
What we're going to do, we'll take this car around the corner, we'll park it up, and I'll show you how to do the vehicle record check. Okay, there you go. Right. Okay. So this is how to do the basic thing. There is obviously plugins that will make this a lot more fun and interesting. So, I'll make sure I can see that. So there you go. So we're going to go 85. Juliet. Hang on, why can't I remember? 8, 5, Juliet, Romeo, Mike. Is that a 0 or an Oscar? Yeah, 020, I believe. There you go, and there's your vehicle information. Now this is the base Lspdfr. If you want the stuff that I've got, the more plugins and that, watch the next videos that'll be coming very soon that will show you how to start getting things like that. Now, I'm going to close a near down road. It'll make it so no cars come up and down this road at all, besides police traffic. So, then you have your vehicle menu. Now obviously if you're in a police car, what we'll do is actually we'll get out of the car. We'll load up our trainer with F3. F3. We'll go to vehicle menu. We'll go to emergency. We'll get a police car. And as you can see, if I press back and then I press vehicle menu and turn the engine on and off. Very cool. Then I can turn lights on and off. And then I can have the doors, I can open them and close them and all that cool stuff, and then you can close them all. Then you can have your lights and sirens, and then off, and then you can have your police car radio on and off. Again, very little cool thing. Then, if you get out of the vehicle, access your inventory. There you go. You can have a shield. It's also pretty cool, you know, if you want to RP something, you know, a situation where you've got a hostage, you might want to stack up and use a shield. And then to get rid of it, remove the ballistic shield. Then you go to your settings, so you can have your last player. So always have last player, because that's the character your last played as. Then you can have spawn location. And you can have apartment. So when you spawn into the game, you spawn in your apartment or this police station. And then you can choose the 2 apartments. You can have the high-end one or the mid-range one. Then for your actions, you can have intimidate. This lets you just hand on the gun. You can flash the badge. You can flash the badge.
LSPD.
There you go. It's got an FBI one for some reason, but yeah, you can. I think you can change them. You've got your dialogue. Obviously, you have a lot more actions, but you have your dialogue.
Bye.
And you can go through all them. Then you have your play walk. Your player mood, I mean. You might be happy, you might be sad, angry, whatever you want. Then you have your player walk. Obviously, a few different ones. There is Tough Guy, but there also is Cop if you want to walk as a cop. Now, if we go back onto the menu, obviously you can eat donuts and things like that. That is the Lspdfr menu. That's how easy it is. That's what it is. Basically, so I want to call, go to response, police radio.
I see the perp. We're in pursuit.
So what we're going to do is we're going to end. Hang on, no, we're not going to end. What I mean is we want to end this pursuit. So, as you saw, I requested a pursuit. I clicked request call and one came up. I pressed Y on the keyboard and I responded to it. So, you go and deal with it. Now I'm going to show you what you do when you go to arrest someone with Lspdfr. And what I'll do is I'll join when we catch up again. Now, the pursuit car is up. Now I'm going to show you how to use the next menu while we go to that person. So, if I press down on the D-pad, I have this little cool menu that is basically just your, pretty much your pursuit menu, your backup menu, whatever you want it to be. Where did that car go? That was weird. I'm sure it drove through here. I'll follow this little road, see where it goes. Didn't drive down there, did it? I don't know where it's gone in this car. But that doesn't matter. So, if I want to pursue, what I can do is I can authorize lethal force, on and off, tactics enabled, so they actually act good. And then I want that menu back up. And basically you can have them tracking and things like that. It's all very cool. You have to be in a pursuit to access that menu. Now, if you want to get your backup menu, you press B on the keyboard, or you press right thumbstick on your controller, and basically you have your code 12 transport. So basically you just call your local patrol, your state, your local SWAT, your SWAT, EMS and fire. And they will all respond.
Copy, dispatch. We'll assist. Copy that, dispatch. We'll find those animals. Hey, who's got a clear shot?
Now, as you can see, they've all spawned. Very cool. So what we're going to do is going to show you how to actually arrest someone. So what you're going to do is you can either use a taser or a gun. So you go up to them and you can either press right on the D-pad or E, keep it down, keep hold of it until that takedown thing goes away. And all you do is, that'll sometimes happen, they'll get back on the floor for you, don't worry. But they will stay detained. And then what you do is you walk to them like that. And then all you do is hold it.
Whatever.
And it'll cuff them. Now sometimes it is a bit slow, as you just saw then, didn't do it exactly on time. Sometimes it is like that. Then all you do is you have your interactive menu, so you've got hold of them, you can let go of them.
Whatever.
You can interact with them.
Stop what you're doing right now.
Now as you can see, I've just stopped that guy. Now if he's wanted or something, then he'll do a runner, and he'll run off, as you can see. And all I do is taser him. Now, obviously if I want to call a transporter, then I can. If I want to put them in the back of my car, I can. I can do whatever I want. It's up to me to do. Now, that is Lspdfr and Rage plugin menu F4. And Lspdfr, I've just shown you how to install and use. I don't really want to go into too much how to play and use Lspdfr. You'll learn that on your own, because I'm here to teach you how to install and things like that, and just to show you the basics. I don't want to go into too much detail of how to play it, because at the end of the day you'll learn how to play it and you'll enjoy doing it that way too. So that is where I'm going with this video. Hope it hasn't been too long. Again, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've had some information that you might not know or you might want to know from modding. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, press the notification button down below for instant notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video.
You